Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Mr. Impulse SV.
How's it going, man?
And we're currently stood over Impulse SV's original villager breeder.
Oh, my somewhat, broken, I saw you had some issues with it once we updated the server to 1.10. The babies didn't want to...
I mean, it was all working fine. It was all working fine in the early days. You know, I built it all up. I had a few villagers in here. They're all pouring out into the system. They were making their way through into this area. And then I built all of the trading halls. Everything was working perfectly. We were getting villagers being passed back and forth, left, right, and center. And then suddenly something happened.
Yeah.
And it looked like a festival down there. There were hundreds of them just pouring out.
The babies got stubborn, is what happened there, and all of a sudden they didn't want to go off the edge anymore. They wanted to hang out with their parents.
Exactly.
That's bad news for something like this.
I got a few complaints from the HermitCraft server members, just saying, look, okay, whenever you log on, we get horrendous lag on the server. You need to sort this out. And I think in the end, Iskal just popped by and just killed off all the villagers.
He took matters into his own hand, huh? Just
exactly.
Slashed away. Okay, well, hey, so I was thinking about it, and I contacted you because I saw you had an issue with this. I felt really bad since you did use my design and all. And
yeah, of course.
I realized I actually have a villager breeder myself not too far away, and I believe I'm actually close enough that the chunks are going to be loaded between our bases. So I was kind of thinking maybe we just use mine, right? But we make a really cool way for you to be able to just bring them over to your area here whenever you need to, sort of a villager on demand system.
That sounds pretty amazing. I can actually just about see the villager breeder like off in the distance. I don't know how high your render distance is set, but I can see it like peeking out over there. That is the spot. So we're going to be transporting them from all the way off in the distance into this sort of zone here, and then they're going to make their way through this system. That sounds pretty amazing. Like that would be an awesome thing to do. Yeah,
I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and the ability for you to just kind of step up to some sort of control panel and just say, "I want a villager now, give it to me," and then he'll just come on over, and you can put him in your little system here. Be cool.
All right, sounds good. Should we head over to your villager breeder so you can show everyone around and basically make them aware of yours? Because we took a little look at it beforehand, and it is like 1,000 times fancier than the one that I have here. I mean, this is like Impulse SV designed, improved by a million. Looks awesome. And, completely crazy.
Let's head over there. I don't know if I can get off the ground.
No. I did it.
Oh man, I'm jealous. I'm never good at this stuff. Oh, okay.
I'm usually the one that is suffering from like the horrendous lag, who can't do that sort of thing, and I've just taken off fine. But I don't have any ender pearls or fireworks left. So that's it. I'm now stuck. Basically, I'm stuck at the top of the villager breeder.
Oh, well, at least you made it that far.
Yeah, just about. I can see you.
There we go. Okay. Let's see.
All right.
I can make it up there. Maybe if I just smack it in the doors.
Oh, my word. Oh, that was like a high-speed fly path.
I thought I was going to have a little bit of kinetic energy going on there, but
yeah.
Oh,
I guess.
I guess we could sort of work our way top to bottom here since we're up here already. But basically, this is my villager breeder. It's nothing too crazy. I only have 2 pairs of villagers that are doing the breeding here, so it's not going to breed super fast. But to get around that, I've created a bit of a buffer down there that's going to be a holding cell for about 50 villagers at a time. So as long as you don't cycle through more than 50 villagers in one session, you should be good to go. And this nitwit up here, which I thought was adequate for the detector villager, he's detecting the doors above his head, but we can lower him by 1 block and he then won't see them. So I have like a shut-off switch, which is maintained by a counter down below. Oh, I should also talk about how these guys are getting food, because you need food these days.
Yeah, because I haven't seen any. There's no crops or anything like that up here. You know, my one had like a full carrot farm originally. Obviously, we removed that when we broke it. But these guys, they don't seem to have anything. I mean, we've got cobblestone underneath. Yeah, where are they getting the carrots?
So we are currently standing on top of my super chunko farms, I call it, and down below we can go take a look in a little bit. There's a carrot farm, a fully automated carrot farm, and carrots will make their way up here and basically just kind of circle around this cobblestone fence. And the reason for the cobblestone fence is because it's thin enough that these guys will grab the carrots if they need them. So if they breed, then they become hungry and they won't want to breed again until they get some food in them. These guys all prefer carrots. They're on a strict carrot diet
Right,
yeah. So when carrots come up and they need them, they'll actually grab them through the fence there and consume them. And then they're good to go. They'll start breeding again. So it's kind of just to keep them always willing to breed. And we can drop down below in a minute and see the carrot farm as well. But I was kind of hoping we'd be lucky with seeing some carrots come up.
I was gonna say, I've been looking down. I'm seeing lots of zombie flesh. I've seen a lot of bones, a lot of arrows. So do you have a mob farm down there as well, or is that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Part of the Super Chunk of farms, I have like an underground kind of old school Flushing type mob farm, and those drops come up as well.
That's just bonkers. You seem to have every single farm underground. In here, and I've done the opposite. You see, I've got every single farm above the ground.
Yeah, and I'll spread out. Yeah, I did mine all vertical, and you kind of did yours horizontal, which is cool. Oh,
yeah.
A baby villager now. Oh, here comes the carrots. All right, I'm not sure if these guys are gonna need them or not, but if they do, basically they would kind of suck them through the wall, and you can see it kind of makes its way around the wall, nice and slow. Looks like they weren't hungry, but yeah. And then if they don't need them, it just goes on, drops down into my sorting system in the Super Chunk, which is pretty cool. So
this is all like super high tech. Like this is how I want whatever base I do in the future to be, because my one now seems a little bit old fashioned looking at all yours.
I just thought it would be cool to have one chunk that I could know would be loaded, and just I could stand in an AFK and like everything just happens, right? I don't have to worry about
smart. Chunks
being out of the loaded. Yeah, let's jump down below.
Yeah, that's genius. I mean, mine's just sprawling out all over the place, so yeah, this seems a lot more compact and a lot more 21st century, to be honest.
So you said you had kind of an overpopulation problem, right? So I've solved that here by creating this little tripwire that as these guys fall, when they're, when babies are made, they fall through the tripwire, and it actually keeps count. So if you look in these droppers up above, it keeps count of how many villagers we have in there. So one dropper right now has 46, so there should be about 46 villagers in this holding cell. And then as, 4 more drop through, it's going to actually turn the breeder off so that we have that buffer of 50 villagers that I was talking about.
Right, okay.
And then every time we take one out, watch this, I'll eject a cart here. It should pick up a villager. There he goes. Now that's going to move a block back into the dropper, so now there's 5. So it keeps count of how many are in the system at all times.
I mean, yeah, that is really, really smart. That is so cool. I mean, I wish I had systems like that in my, because this is all like super server friendly as well. Like obviously, when I had all of my villages in my system, I think I had about 300 at one point. Not so server friendly.
Yeah. I sat there and debated like what number of villagers can I store in here and still be friendly to the server, and I thought, well, 50 shouldn't be too bad, and if it is, I'll just come over here. There's like animal farms next to us. I was like, if there's too many entities, I'll just go kill some cows or something. But anyway, if you want to drop down below, I'll kind of show you where those carrots are coming from as well. I'll kind of give you a quick tour of the Super Chunko farms.
A super speed tour, yeah, exactly. All right, I'll try and get through the door. I seem to just struggle with the very basics of Minecraft. That's where I begin to struggle.
Yep. Well, it doesn't help that sometimes you have that server lag too, right? So
yeah, no.
So this is my little villager setup. You and I both use the same design, so I know you're familiar with this. I just I turned mine into like the edges of the chunk, basically the walls of the chunk.
Yeah.
So you can see that one I dropped in, kind of making its way around the corner there. But if you look down, this is where kind of the magic is, right? I wanted to make mine mostly glass so you could see everything that was going on from up here, which is cool. And we can go down here and get a better look at that carrot farm, because that's kind of where the carrot farm is, where you basically can't see anything past it because it was dirt and there was nothing I could do about that, obviously.
Yeah. You can't get transparent dirt, unfortunately.
That would be nice. But yeah, if you drop down, did you come down here? I missed you. There you are.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, if you look down there, that first floor there below is the carrot farm. There's a villager kind of wandering around picking up carrots, and then he decides to try to throw them at a villager in the middle. He can't catch him, so it goes up the tube. You're familiar with all that. And that's how it gets up above. But you can see, just take a look around, all these things you can see all these sorters for, basically are being generated by the Super Chunk. Yeah. All in one chunk.
That is bonkers. So you've got slime balls, you've got sugarcane, pumpkin. I don't know why I'm reading through all of them. Everyone can see them now. But no, that is crazy. Awesome. Well, this place is amazing. I mean, I've popped in here before, but I'm always just sort of blown away by all of the farms, and I don't really go into too much detail. So I'm really glad that you've discussed that. So now that I and everyone else knows exactly what on earth is going on in here. Well, just about. We're like 50%.
Yeah, and things in here have always been free to the other hermits as well. I've always left this. I didn't try to make a business out of this.
Don't say that too much,
Maybe
because then they'll stop going to my shops and that.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that's right. You're selling a lot of this stuff. Well, the good news for you is like now that fireworks are like a huge thing on the server, ever since then my sugarcane and my gunpowder supply has been very low. So you don't have to worry.
I mean, my mob farm, I keep getting issues. Like every single time I AFK, I either get kicked from the server or something breaks and the mob spawner turns off, or for example my clocks stop working and all the items stop going through. It just drives me mad. So I'm not being very good at stocking up either, to be honest with you.
Yeah, my clock stopped too because it was duplicating items. Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
All right, well, so we have to, I guess, do some digging now, run some redstone lines and a lot of track. So I guess we might as well just get to work. I kind of explained the whole system here so people get an idea of how it's going to work. But yeah, basically we just need to make a way for you to call the villager breeder to send you some villagers now.
All right, sounds good to me. Let's get to it.
So we now are to the point to where I think we can actually eject a villager and he will go down and hit the track. Down below, he should fall all the way down there if you look. Hopefully he's okay when he lands. Not quite sure.
We don't actually know yet if he's going to take any damage, do we? We haven't tested that part yet.
No, I was thinking we could do that right now. And then as long as he makes it over there okay, the next part that we need to worry about is just getting the redstone signal back from your place to call him over here instead of us having to manually press the button right here, right?
Yeah, of course, yep.
Should we, do you want to test one? Should we see how this goes?
Well, we probably should, we should probably change up the direction of this rail here, otherwise.
Yep. Otherwise, he's just going to go into mine, and that would have been a fail. Good catch. So
yeah, that probably would be a good idea.
That should work right there. Just, yeah, he should continue forward. We'll find out. But this is basically the idea, right? Your redstone line's going to have to come up here, power this track to turn it, and at the same time, just give a little pulse to this dropper or dispenser here. There he goes. Okay, we should probably go see. Do you have feather falling? You want to drop down there and follow?
Yeah, he seems all right. Oh my god, I've fallen down.
Okay, that was a pretty long fall.
I hadn't realized. I sort of jumped down after him in excitement. And then
and it was like, wait a minute, that drops a little further than I anticipated.
Yeah. Thankfully, I enabled the elytra, so I sort of glided down. Oh man.
So he's cruising.
I was holding my breath then. But
full pucker.
He's flying through, is he?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up by sprint jumping, but I'm hungry now, so I think we'll just have to catch up to him when we do. But you can see how long this line was. Oh man.
Yeah, I know.
And here's your redstone you're trying to make back.
I thought I had done lots of progress on the redstone, but I'm not even halfway.
No, let's see if we can see if he actually made it up into. Does he go? Yeah, he goes straight into your system, right?
I thought he'd gone past then. I suddenly heard loads of minecart noises. I thought it'd somehow zip by. But yeah, he should in theory just go straight into the villager breeding system.
Okay.
There was one minecart in there, wasn't there? That was you, and that was the last thing that went through.
Yeah, when I got stuck in there. So that's gonna be sitting up in there somewhere. Let's see.
Right, this is a good sign though.
Oh,
what?
We might have.
How did that happen? I think he made the jump though.
Really?
Yeah, maybe.
Jumped the gap? Because otherwise he would be down here and he's not. Wow.
He did a stunt. We got a stunt villager.
A stunt villager. I like it.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Let's go.
I don't know how
that
that happened. Do you see what traits he's got? I'm really hoping this guy has just got insane traits.
He's going to be amazing, obviously, because he's
got Fortune 3 for 20 emeralds. That's actually quite a good trade.
That's not bad at all. Plus, he's a stunt devil, so Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
You're going to have to keep him no matter what he trades.
I can't believe that. That's so funny. I've never seen anything make that sort of jump.
Right. Oh, well, the good news is the track part is good, other than that one block. So he made it.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're making fairly good progress. We just need to get the signal back to that dispenser and to switch the track, and we're good to go. So I think you grabbed a whole bunch of redstone while you're over there, hopefully, right?
Yep. So I'll just continue basically chucking in that line. And it should eventually meet up with your base, and we should be able to request villagers from my little system over here. Let's just hope that everything stays loaded. That's the only concern at the minute.
Yeah, yeah. In that case, we ran it, so of course it was gonna load as we ran. So we'll find out. Okay.
Right.
Let's see. How do you want to test this? Should we just put a button? I mean, we could just put a button here for now.
Shall I place down a button on this block here, and then we can do the first official test of the top section of redstone.
Yep. Let's do it.
So then, this is going to be this is going to imitate a input from my base, but it's going to be up at the top here. So this is like 50% of the redstone contraption. If this works, then we're all good. Now we just have to work out if that part is loaded, which by the look of things, I think we might be really lucky here, and it might be like one of the last chunks that is loaded.
Might be, yeah. Yeah, I don't have
Optifine
Optifine anymore. Do you? Maybe my render distance.
No, I don't have Optifine. But I'm on. Hang on, let me see what render distance I'm on.
There we go. My render
I'm
distance
on
is
render
like
distance
12.
of 23 chunks.
Okay.
But the server only loads 16. Did you say?
Yeah, I believe it's 16. I have to ask Azuma
Right.
if that's still the case, but last I checked, it was. So should be good. I guess we'll find out.
All right. Well, shall I do the honors? Shall I press the button?
Yep. Go ahead. Press the button.
We're gonna do the first official test.
And we'll see if it flips it. So this should hold the rail long enough. Yep. He made it through. Is he going? Okay.
Yeah. Off he pops.
Do we want?
I don't know if I want to jump down there.
I don't know if I want to jump down there either. We both like. Maybe we just fly over and see if he makes it. Did he take off down there?
Yeah. He's gone.
Okay. Should we fly over to your base and see if he makes it?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. That sounds like the best.
Oh, these fireworks! I swear, I can't say it enough. Best thing like ever that they've had.
Absolutely. When the Elytra were introduced, I was like, these things are amazing. But I mean, without like the bow booster thing, they just would have been like an average. I mean, they were awesome. They were awesome. But I think I had like a total flight amount of about 200 over the year, whereas now it's gone up to 680. Like I'm just flying around everywhere. So yeah, completely changed. Oh, here he is!
There he is! Oh my goodness! We did it, man!
Oh, that's amazing! All right, okay, we'll high five over that one.
Yeah.
There we go.
Good job.
Oh. Right. Well, I guess we should do like a proper test now.
Yeah. So do you?
Button.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any glass? Because I do. Here, I'm just gonna.
Oh, you know what?
You can replace this later.
You know what I've just thought is that you might have to fly over to your base because right now the lever is switched on, which means that because I was using that to test the length of the redstone wire.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we might have to. You'll have to invert the signal up at the top.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Okay, I'll pop over there. You got your button get in place there. Okay.
Yep. So I'm gonna break the lever, which will actually activate the system now, which is gonna be like an unofficial test. But you're on your way over there, so it sort of doesn't count.
Yeah, we still won't know if chunk loading's a thing until we both kind of stand at your base while you press the button, and then hopefully one comes.
So I should expect to see a villager coming through shortly, because that redstone up at the top should now be on.
Oh, yep. Oh, a couple are coming. I don't know how more than one.
Oh.
What?
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so we need to invert this signal. I gotcha. Because just the way the torch tower ended, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm not seeing any villagers coming through. I must admit.
No, they just literally dropped down, so they're making the making their way. And then there was
more than one there.
Another one's gonna come as well. Let's see. Okay, there's a signal drained, finally, and another. I was
gonna say because the lever might have me breaking it has sent like a constant pulse through. Oh, I can see them. I can see them on the way. I actually have my second account logged in, and they just went past on the rails.
And another one just came as well, by the way. So,
all right. Well, I'm going to close off the second account because that could be loading things between our bases.
Okay. And let's make sure there's some mine carts left. Yeah. Okay, we're good there. Yeah, I'll have to make sure there's plenty of mine carts for you as well. Actually, I can do that now. Let's see.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because I won't know. Maybe we need to do another redstone line that hooks into a redstone lamp.
It kind of gives you the
Maybe
indication
another day.
yeah. Is there minecarts? Yes or no? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or I might just build like a giant sign above your base that just says yes or no, and it just highlights one of those.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I'm not sure I'll leave it, but right now, I mean, this is all exposed anyway, so I do need to cover this up at some point.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna fly back. I think we're good. I inverted the signal. I don't know. Do you want to press the button and we'll see if it makes it over here first, so I can watch it?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, and we can almost time it as well. We can see. So I'm hitting the button now.
Okay.
All right. So the button has been pressed.
Wait for it. There it goes. On.
Oh,
Okay.
that is not as long as I was expecting.
Picked it up. Here comes a cleric. I'm sure you're excited about that.
Thrilled, absolutely thrilled.
Okay, and then the track just flipped back to heading towards my sorter instead of yours. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna fly over now. Another unofficial test because I'm loading chunks as they travel underground.
Of course.
But we'll do our final official does this work yes or no test here. Oh, did you get a nitwit out of the last one? Nice.
Yeah. So that's really handy.
Oh yeah, perfect.
They're never
for
going
your
to add a
trading
use
hall.
for those, are they?
I don't think so. Yeah. That's kind
cool
of the
though.
point.
I quite like that. I like things like that in Minecraft.
So that
Like for example, like the bat as well. The bat is completely. It doesn't have any use whatsoever, but it's quite cool.
Add some just ambient noise, right? Something to look at when you're caving.
Yeah.
So
right.
Wow, look how long this track takes. Now I did fly over here, so it is possible that I unloaded chunks already.
Maybe.
Right? I flew right past them and then unloaded. There's no way though. I can see the villager breeder from here.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
it's got to be loaded.
It's just
Should we go and check it out?
We might need to investigate unless we're just getting impatient.
Maybe. I'm not seeing any signs of him though. Oh no!
Cleric, where'd you go?
Oh no! Yeah, no, he's not even. Did he die?
Oh man.
What's happened to our cleric?
he's so we've had a stunt devil villager today, and now we have a magician who just decides to disappear.
Well, yeah, he is a cleric, I suppose. That is his sort of forte.
That makes sense. Oh man.
There is a chance that he might have unloaded over here.
So we coming. Well, I mean, we're already back in range.
He's here. He's here.
Oh, he's just sitting there. Why is he just sitting there? Is he coming
No, he's
now?
moving.
Oh.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
Oh no! Really?
Oh no! That's literally like almost on the chunk boundary.
Oh man. Okay. Oh. So we kind of did the test by me flying over so quickly.
All right. Okay.
Wow.
New plan.
Okay.
All right. We'll do another final test. We'll do like a proper official test. But what I might do, we were stood like a little bit back from the actual button area. No, because you were flying over the top.
Yeah, I just flew, but I flew so quickly. I probably went right past him and then unloaded chunks behind me, right?
Right, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, well, let's get back over to the button and do a proper test. We'll see. And we'll give it a minute and see if he ever shows up. If not, we may have to come up with a new plan of loading chunks or something
absolutely. I mean,
crazy.
there are ways. I mean, I've heard there are ways to do like chunk loading and things like that. Obviously, I could technically just log in with my camera account and just stand over there.
Yeah, well, the good news, the good news is I'm always AFK.
Only do it when you're in your base.
I'm pretty much always AFK in my super chunk, so you know, between you and I think we would load the chunks in between us. Oh,
yeah, I think we're okay there. But it would be nice to get this thing up and running permanently. All right, do you want to do the honors?
Okay, yeah. Where's the button at? Right here?
The button is this one there.
Okay. All right. We'll just, can we get up and, where were you before? You were on top looking at it, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of a nice way to see them coming in. Or maybe not see them. I mean, we'll just stand up here and wait, I guess.
I think I just saw a villager move across the top. I wouldn't have seen it, would I? They unload. See, if I had Optifine, obviously I could zoom in, and then we could see if the redstone had even triggered.
Exactly. Yeah, the redstone should definitely trigger. I think by default it will, even if chunks are unloaded, I think it will load the chunk just for the redstone signal. That's kind of how the whole hopper chain works. I think so. I could be wrong. We'll see. We'll see in the comments. People will tell me whether or not I'm insane or not.
Absolutely.
But all right, I guess
what we could do then is we could do like a. I mean, you know, we won't fix this if this is genuinely unloading and it's not transporting the villagers. Then we could have, when we hit the button, it could have like various different pulse extenders or something like that just keep them loaded. Maybe.
Yeah, I know there's a way to load chunks if you use hoppers with an item in it facing into the other chunk, but in order for entities to be processed like villagers moving on minecarts, we would need to load like 5 chunks all the way down, like side by side, you know what I mean? Like a line of them. So there's that. We could attempt to do that, but let's just wait and see if it's a problem, I guess.
It's not looking promising right now, is it?
No, it's not.
How about this? Yeah, do you want to pop down again?
Yep. Let's see if we got the same deal. Like he should be like literally in the same spot as he was last time, right?
All right. I'll quickly replace that glass.
Oh yeah, you had a bit of some village.
Yeah, we don't want to, in the process of this, just kill all of my villagers.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, he's definitely not on the move, is he?
No, nope. He's down. Wow. I think we just like barely.
Oh, that's so annoying.
In fact, if it was unloaded, none even got ejected this time, right?
I was gonna say, yeah. What happens there?
I don't know. It's interesting. Is there a way to observe this with camera accounts? Do camera accounts load chunks? I think that's a server setting to have camera accounts either load or not load chunks. So I'm not sure what is set on the server.
Yeah, I have no clue. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like he hasn't even dropped down.
Oh, there he is. Oh. Whoa. Is he off the track for you?
Yeah, he's off the track for me as well. All right.
So finally, I think the cart probably got spit out, but because it wasn't loaded, just sat there. And as soon as we loaded it, it then picked him up. And then he fell. So, okay. We are out of range, unfortunately. Oh, man. I thought our bases were close enough.
Oh, bummer.
Oh, so I bet it's like one chunk away from being
well, it looks
perfect.
Like it might be.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. Well, that's okay. I mean, like I said, for the most part, you know, I'm AFK, so...
Yeah.
Or you could just press the button and just go over a few chunks and hopefully he comes out. Otherwise, we might want to think about the loaders.
Is that we can work on this. If we come up with a way to come up with like a new chunk loading system and things like that, we'll do another video in the future and we will get everything sorted and it will be working awesomely. But right now, yeah, as you say, unfortunately, it's not quite working, is it? We'll just grand plan.
We'll just ask Azuma to load more chunks. Yeah, to increase the render distance. We'll find out exactly how many we need and say, can you increase the render distance to 23?
0.4, please.
Yeah. All right, there you go. He's in there now. Oh, man. Okay. But at least it's working. You know, other than the chunk unloading thing, it's working on both sides. Like, it's switching the track, so it's sending them to you. You got the signal able to call it from here. The villager on-demand system is more of a semi-automated process, I'd say.
Yeah. And worst comes to worst, it was a fun project to work on, and it's always cool to work with you on projects because you're just 9 times smarter than me. So
oh, not even. It's always fun to work with a fellow redstoner. So
yeah. Oh. Well, thank you ever so much for your help. It's been an absolute blast, and I guess we will catch you when we come up with a solution to this issue right here.
Yep, sounds good, man. I had a blast.